Jesters, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing a cruise versus beach resort vacation video. So let's get started. Guys, so for the last 2 days I've been kind of sick and I'm starting to kind of get better, but still not fully there, still not fully motivated, not like energy and all that stuff. So if I seem a little low and out of energy, that's why. I was debating filming a video because it's like, what's the point of filming a video when you're like, you can't think properly. But I was like, I guess I will. So if this video seems like off or anything like that, it's just because I'm still kind of sick. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of talk about the pros and the cons of both because I've been on both. I've been on a cruise and then I've also been on I've been to a beach resort vacation, like a lot of beach resort vacations. I've only been on 2 cruises, but I've been to like a bunch of beach resort vacations. Also, if you're wondering why my sleeves are rolled up, it's because I'm hot. Anyway, and this is one of the outfits I wore in my last video. I'm gonna show you guys all my outfits, well, like outfit ideas. Anyway, so basically, okay, I'm gonna start off with cruises just because I've only been on 2 cruises. So, cruises, I think cruises are good, and I like cruises a lot because one, this is why I like them. I like them because you get to go on, like you get to go to more places than just one. Like, yeah, they're all close together. They might all be like in the same country, but they're all different, like cities and stuff. So I think that is cool. But a con, like something that isn't the greatest about it, is you don't have a long time in each city. So you don't have a lot of time to explore. So that's the only con, because you have a certain like time limit you're allowed to be at that place, and then you have to go back to the boat or they'll leave you. You know, so that is a sucky thing, but it is good that you do get to go to more than one place. So I like that part of it. I also like that there's a boat, like with like a beach resort, like there's a lot to do outside. Like you can go to the beach and you can go to a resort and you can go to the pool and stuff and all of that jazz, which is fun and stuff. But there's not really a lot to do inside. So like for some reason if it started to rain, not that like you go anywhere where it'll rain. Sorry, I can't speak properly. It will usually not rain, but if it does, there's not a lot to do inside. But when it comes to a cruise ship, there's so much to do inside. So it doesn't matter if it gets cold or windy or rainy, because there's so much to do inside the boat. So you'll never be bored inside. Like there's always stuff. So that's the only kind of good thing about that. But usually you go somewhere hot anyway on both of them, so it's not really gonna matter for that matter. But it's just good. If you want to get out of the sun and stuff, to go inside. But, yeah, so, I'm not going to say which one I recommend, because I don't really know. I like both. I'm not more of a cruiser or more of a beach resort vacation. It just depends which cruise I go on, where I'm going to, what beach resort it is, and all that jazz, because it all depends on that, too. But one good thing about a beach resort is that you can do excursions. I mean, you can do them on a boat, too, but you have longer to do them. Because it's just like all day you can go back and forth. When it comes to an excursion on a boat, you have to be back at time for the boat when it will leave. You know, because you don't want to miss the boat and then leave without you, right? So yeah, the boats can be kind of scary though in a way. Like I don't think they're scary, but some people can think they're scary because you like are on a boat, like you're in the middle of the ocean, right? Or the, whatever it is, sea, ocean. And, you know, anything could happen, right? You could sink and then you can go underwater, which is kind of scary. But when you're at a resort, you're more on land, so that's kind of better. But also with boats, you don't have like all the time to really get within the culture of the place. Like I said before, like you don't have a lot of time at the place to explore and whatever. But when it comes to like going to a resort vacation, you have more time to kind of, like I know when it's a beach resort, it's a little different. But you still have a lot of time to like, you can go travel to like the city of wherever you're staying. And like really explore it and see it and all that jazz. So I think that is better. Sorry. I think that is better. In my opinion. Well, I don't know, honestly. I think they're both okay. It just depends what you prefer. But I think they're both good in both ways. But I also think that in a way, I don't know why this is, but I think it's just because boats are a little bit smaller than like a beach resort, because usually you have more like space to kind of go around. I feel like you get more crammed a little bit, especially depends how big your boat is, how many people are on your boat. But with cruises, I think they can get a little more crammed. So I don't know. It just depends what you prefer. Some people are way more like beach resort vacations or like city vacations. Some people are more cruises. They love cruises. They're like cruise fanatics. Or the beach resort fanatics. Or they're more like city explore fanatics. So it just depends on which one. Or you're more like an amusement park fanatic. Like you like to go to like Disneyland or Disney World. So it just depends on which vacation you prefer. But like I'm versing a cruise versus a beach vacation. And I think, I don't know, like they're kind of like tied because I don't really know which one I like more. But cruises can be very, very fun. I do enjoy cruises a lot. The 2 cruises I've been on, they've been very, very fun. But the only thing about cruises, I've never been in like a suite room, but like the normal generic rooms are pretty small, like really small. So that's another thing, like if you get claustrophobic easily, or you just like bigger spaces, it probably won't be good for you unless you get like a suite. But I'm honestly not sure how big the suites are because I've never been on a suite. And it also depends what boat you go on. But the boats I've been on, they've both been Norwegian. I think the first one was Norwegian Jewel, I think, if I remember right. Maybe I'm wrong. Norwegian something. And then the second one was Norwegian Breakaway. I remember that one. The second one was Norwegian Breakaway. The first one I think was Norwegian Jewel. It was something like that. Anyway, so the rooms were very, very small. I mean, they're like workable, but they're not big at all. They're like the size, if you guys have ever seen the show Swimming Up in Deck Cody, they're like that size. But imagine them in real life. They're not Swimming Up in Deck Cody, I meant Swimming Up in Deck. Yeah. Anyway, so they're pretty small, but you do get decks though. On that one, you don't get any decks on that boat, like the Swimming Up in Deck, when you watch that show. But you can get decks. And with the deck, the room is a little bit bigger, but still, they're not that big. So all I'm trying to say is you just gotta remember that. Like a lot of spaces and things on the cruise ships aren't as big because, you know, it's a cruise ship. Like cruise ships are big, but they're not that big. You know what I'm saying? Even like the bigger boats, they can still be big, but like, you know what I mean. Like, I just think like a beach resort is more like spatial. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I don't know which one I prefer. If you really want my opinion, I guess I would say cruises, but I don't know. I like both. It just depends. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below your guys' opinions if you guys have been on both. And if you guys haven't, comment your opinion on one or the other, which one you guys have been on before. And yeah, comment if you guys want to go on one or the other, if you haven't been on one or the other. And just comment places you guys want to go to. I want to travel to Greece really, really bad. And me and my grandma are trying to go on like a cruise to Greece instead of just going to Greece because it'd be easier. Because we were going to say like do like a bus tour to Greece. But I think a cruise would be better than a bus tour. So we're trying to do a cruise. I don't know how that will work because there's not very many cruises during the time I want to go. But we'll see. And if the prices are good. And then I really want to go to Paris one day. I really want to go to Bora Bora. And I really want to go to Australia, kind of. Not a big, oh, Hawaii. Yeah, that's another one. I really want to go to Hawaii. I like really badly. But a lot of those places that I just listed, like all of them actually, are not all-inclusive. Which I'm used to all-inclusive because on cruise ships, they're all-inclusive. And then if you go to like an all-inclusive beach resort, it's really good. Because if you guys don't know what all-inclusive is, it basically means that all your food and drinks are included in the price of the trip. So like you don't have to pay extra for your food and drinks when you're there. Like you just get it all included, so you can go eat as much food and drink as many drinks as you want in your whole vacation and not have to worry about paying for it. I mean, yeah, tips and all that jazz, but not like actually paying for the food. Like you get that all for free, so you can just go to the buffet whenever you want and just food. Anytime of the day you're hungry, oh yeah, just go get food. Oh, you're thirsty? Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bar and get a drink. As long as they're open. But yeah, so that's the good thing about the all-inclusives. But the bad thing, I mean not bad thing, but the other thing is like there's a lot of other places in the world that like people want to go to that just aren't all-inclusive. So sometimes you just gotta give up your all-inclusive to go somewhere else so you want to go. And that's kind of what I'm learning. And just budget properly and have the money to pay for food that you need. And sometimes you can also buy groceries and just cook at your little place too. So that's what a lot of people do when it's not all-inclusives, because it makes it easier. And then maybe like 2-3 nights they'll go like out for dinner, just to go like to experience some of the restaurants at the place they've been to and stuff like that. And then the rest of the nights they'll just cook at home. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Yeah. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, comment, and subscribe. Bye, sisters.